Hey baby, what are you wearing?
Give me what I need, give me what I need.
Hey nerds, so today we are getting nerdy with crafts again, and today I am making a unicorn gift card holder. So I'll show you kind of the little sketch I did. So you can make any shape you want, it just so happens a unicorn is appropriate this time because the person I am making this for is in a band called Unicorn Injection. I've used their songs before in another video, and I'm probably going to use their song again in this video, but a different song. So it's her birthday, unicorns. She's going to get a little gift card. So all I did was I placed the gift card on the paper, traced around it, and you can see I traced a little bit on the outside of it to give it some space. Then I drew the little design of a unicorn. So this could be our pattern for everything right now. So what do we need to get started besides our sketch? We need felt. So I have 2 sheets of just plain white felt. I have yellow for the horn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different colors for the mane and tail. So we have a light pink here, we have a minty green, we have a purple, a light blue, a teal, and a darker blue. And then a little bit of red for the heart closure. Let's see, what else do we need? We have a little key ring. So I'm going to attach it so you can attach it to like your purse and put it in your backpack or whatever. Ribbon for the key ring. Some Velcro for the closure. This is a self-adhesive like little dot Velcro. We're going to use a little bit of permanent fabric glue. Just a little bit. And then thread and your needle. I have the needle there. Black is for details. White, I'm going to be hand sewing everything with just the white color. And then the extra stuff we need is a little bit of stuffing and our scissors. So the first thing we're going to do is cut out our pattern from the paper. Okay, so we're going to concentrate on the basic shape of the unicorn first, which is going to be the body and the head. So anything that's white right here. And then this one little tag part is going to be on just one piece of the white. So we're going to cut around that. You can kind of get it right there. So I have the unicorn down here. And I'm going to take a pen, but I'm going to do it in a really light color. So I'm going to do this multiple one and do it in green. And kind of lightly trace around here so we can get this shape. So you want to do the lightest color you can so you can see it, but it's not like glaring in your face. So then on the top here, on this top piece, we're going to do the little tag and just trace around the tag. Just like that. And now we cut this out. So after the little piece is cut out, we're going to put it on our felt, trace around it, add the little tag part to it. So when it's all traced, it's kind of like this. It's really light, but I think you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. So now we're going to cut this out. So now we have 2 pieces. One has the little tag on it. That's going to be what we use to close the top of the gift card holder right there. Okay, so 2 pieces together. You're going to keep them together like this the whole time because we're going to mirror everything. It's going to be the same back and front. Start with the tail. So the tail, I have 3 different colors right here. Get the tail piece cut out. So we're going to cut each one. It's going to be a different color. So I'm going to cut it completely apart. And I'm going to do the top part of the tail in blue. You're going to cut out 2 pieces. The easiest way to do this, to get 2 mirrored pieces, fold part of your fabric in half, and put the little tail piece right on top and just cut around that piece. That way you get 2 mirror images because one's for each side of the tail. Fold in half, take the little piece you want to use, put it right on top and just cut right around it. You don't need to trace it. So fold in half, place the thingy on top. For this part, the tail pieces are all connected to each other. So I'm going to sew them together real fast. Take the top piece and the middle piece and fit them together like they were. And kind of overlap them a little. Just where you think it looks good. So I'm going to do it kind of like that. And I'm just going to quickly kind of sew them together. Just kind of a simple stitch going on. With this, I kind of like that you see the stitching too. So just make sure you're doing it nice and neat. We have the top and the middle sewn together and you can kind of see stitches going on there. The first part of the tail done. See if you can, there, so you can kind of see the stitches going on there. So we do the same thing, but this one is facing this way. We're going to do the next one, we want it to face the opposite way. Because when we put it on the unicorn, one's going to be here like this, and then the opposite side like this. So we'll do one more of these. This is done. And they kind of match up as best as they can here. So keep them together like this. I have the top one is on top of the middle one's on top of the bottom one. And then when we put it all together, it's going to go in the little butt area like that. So you can see the tail hanging out. So we can work on the next part with the rest of the mane. So I kind of cut up the design I had. You can see I kind of destroyed all this. And then I kind of place it back a little bit so I kind of see what I'm doing here. So you can see all the different pieces I'm going to need right now. Luckily, I'm kind of eyeball what we're going to do purple on that one. Again, we're going to cut out 2 pieces. So what I do, I take a little scrap piece because the mane isn't that big. Fold it in half so we have the 2 pieces. I'm kind of eyeball what we have here. It's kind of a teardrop shape. So I'm just going to do it by hand. You can cut out the pieces individually if you want. I'm just going to go for it. It's a little bit bigger than what I have, but that's kind of the shape that's right here. So that is that one. It's going to be the one right behind the ears. So we have the third piece of the mane. That one goes behind the mint colored one. So I'm just kind of placing them in order here. And now we have 1, 2, 3 more pieces of mane. But I'm going to cut out the ear first with the white. I'm using a flat edge on this one to get the flat part of the ear. And then that's going to be my little ear shape that's going to go on top here. The ears, so one on each side. So you get the little pink part on top of the white part. Dude here, you can't see him, but he's here. He's helping me out, I guess. Alright, so the next 3 pieces. These I can cut out because I have them. See, they're kind of right there. Those 3. So I'm going to cut these. So something like this, okay? And then that's going to go under this blue piece I have up here. And these 3 pieces are going to stay like on the body. And you'll see why after I put it all together. So that's the purple one. So now we're done with purple. Next one, we'll do the mint color again. Next one. Then I'll move the camera and kind of show you how I'm placing it on here, just to eyeball it. That's the last one. I'll place it here. So I'm going to kind of show you what we got going on right here. Okay, so we got the sewn together tail, and this is the placement of the mane here. The little cheeks we can move around, and then the ears are going to go on top. The horn real fast. That is the piece of the horn. The last piece we need to cut out of felt is the heart. And that's just going to go in that little tab closure. You only need one of the heart, which is good. So, I'm going to a little heart. So put that aside. So next I suggest doing is the mane. And we're going to do one side at a time. So put the horn aside, the ears aside, the little cheeks aside. And I'm going to move my hair pieces. So we're just going to sew it on to the body of the unicorn. Side of the unicorn. Right side facing you. And then we're going to take one part of the horn. Just kind of want to eyeball where you want it. I'm going to put it on the inside like that. And just quickly sew that on. Doesn't have to be pretty because we're going to do a top stitch later. You just want to get it in place. This side, we're going to hold the other one up next to it. And then we're going to match the horn right there. Push that little piece inside, and that's where we're going to sew the next piece. So I'm going to put this one together. Right side's facing us while we're sewing. And placing it where we want it. So that's where I want this tail to go. So I'm going to sew this in place right here. This one I'm going to do a little nicer because you're going to see the stitching. I'm going to do the same stitching I did to keep the tail pieces together. We're going to hold the two pieces together as best as we can here. So just like that, I got the front piece and the back piece on there. Take my other piece of tail. And I'm going to line it up as best as it can match right now. And then take the little butt piece, put it over that. And then that is going to be where we're going to sew. The tail doesn't line up perfectly, but that's okay. Let's do the mint piece that's right behind the horn. In front of the horn, behind the horn. Right there. That is where I want it. Okay, so that's the first piece, and then we'll go on to the next one after this. So the overlaps is where I'm sewing. So I have it, it's on the horn, it's on the body, and all right here. That's where I'm sewing. Right here. That's how I'm placing it. And then we'll go ahead and sew that one. Next pieces are kind of important because I don't want them to get in the way of the functionality of having the gift card in there. So I had cut out the little piece that's for the gift card. I'm going to lay it over the body so you can see where the gift card goes. So right before the tail. And then that's the part in the front. I'm going to keep this on while I'm placing this other one. So this is the purple one, that's where I placed it. We're going to sew this one on. What we got so far, we got the horn on there, the mane, the tail on both pieces. I still have 2 more pieces to go on the mane, but the battery is dying, so I'm going to charge it, and then once it is sufficient, we'll come back and finish up, but it might be tomorrow. We'll see. Last one we left off on was purple, so we're going to work on the mint color. This one's going to be different. It's going to be lined up with his neck, and I'm not going to sew this top part right here. Well, I will sew the top part, sorry. So this whole piece is going to get sewn. That one. And then we're gonna do the same one on the other piece. Don't have. Alright, last piece of the mane is the blue color, and we're gonna put it right here. Okay, so the mane is done, tail is done, horns. Now we're gonna put the ear on. I'm actually gonna attach the pink to the white first. Both ears are done. That's the placement of the ear. So what I'm going to do is just sew the bottom onto this, and I'm going to do a blanket stitch around the edge. That way the little ear stays loose. So you put it in. And before you go all the way through, catch the loop and then pull it. Do it again. Go in. Catch the loop. And then pull it. That's a blanket stitch. So the little ear is on and it's open, so you can see the back. We did all the work on the mane there. There's our arm. The eyes, we're gonna kind of follow this little half circle shape. Which way is it going? This way? This way. So half circle, and then we'll put eyelashes on it. So those are 4 straight stitches connected together, and then I'm going to put little eyelashes on the end. Okay, so that's the little eye. See if I can focus on that. Focus. So it's 4 stitches making up the half circle, and I got 3 little eyelashes there. Next up is cheeks. Placement, you can kind of see right there. Same thing, we're going to go sew all the way around it on the little flat part. So you have the Velcro. Do I have them stuck together? Take one piece off. And the sticky side. And we're going to put one on the flap on this side of the flap. So this is all our stitching where it's all gross looking. Stick it right there. And then to do the other side, we do wrong sides facing. And then we're going to fold that flap over. That's where the second piece is going to go. So when it's closed, you're going to see the little heart on the front. So I'm going to place it right here, and this is where I'm going to use the glue on the tip of the thing. I'm going to put my little heart there, and I'm going to kind of lift up the edges and glue that stuff down too. This part we're going to glue is around where the gift card's going to go. So on that same piece here, I have the little gift card thing. I'm going to do a bead of glue all the way around where the gift card is going to sit, just on the outside of this cardboard. And then sandwich the 2 pieces together on the keychain part. Just have ribbon, our keychain. Okay. I'm going to tie a knot in it. Two knots. And then get 2 little knots in there. And I'm going to place it in between all the layers here where the green is. The knots are going to be inside. So just this part is hanging up. And we're going to glue that too. You might actually end up getting hot glue because this fabric glue takes 24 hours to dry. So I'm going to get the glue gun, heat it up, and then I'll show you how to hot glue everything. Okay, so I got the glue gun, heated it up. It's going to drip Same thing, I have the cardboard in there, except I'm going to put just little spots of glue so it's not super gluey. Super gluey. The feet should be open, the tail should be open. Obviously the top where the card goes in should be open. And then the head is open. Knots in the glue. So that whole piece of ribbon is stuck there now. And I'm going to put a little glue on this side. So when we sandwich it together, it's nice and glued in there. So that's all our glue that is glued down. So now we can start on the finishing touches, doing the blanket stitch all along the edges here. Leaving this back part open, we'll do a blanket stitch all around it, and I'll show you when we get to that. So I'm actually going to start here. I'm going to start on the tail and do the blanket stitch around this, and this is where we're going to start lining up everything. As you can see, it kind of doesn't line up, but we're going to fix that as we do the blanket stitch. Get to the points. I'm going to go in at the point, do the same thing, but I'm going to hold the point really tight between my fingers as I pull through the loop. That way the point keeps its shape. Okay, so I went around this part, and then we're at this part right here. And if you remember, there's glue right here. So I'm going to put a little bit of stuffing into the tail part and then finish sewing until we run out of thread on this one. We made it to the hoof, and this is another little section that we could put stuffing in just right here. Okay, so we got the tiniest bit of stuffing in this hoof, and then I'm going to keep sewing all the way around. Okay, we made it to the second hoof, and we're going to add a little bit more stuffing in here, and then keep going around till we get to this part of the head right here. Okay, so I got to right here on the unicorn. I'm going to stuff the little nose part. So this little nose is poofy. So we have stuffing in both feet, the tail, and the nose. So I'm going to continue sewing around all of the mane, and then when I'm doing this part, I'll come back and show you. So we're going to stop sewing right at the purple. That's where we're going to stop sewing. So the purple is going to be connected, and we're going to stop right here. Okay, so when I get to there, we'll see you then. Okay, so I made it to the end of the purple here. As you can see, we did all the way around. We went around the thing too. So the next step, we're going to do a blanket stitch around the whole opening. So all around here, around the heart, around the back, and back to the other side, and then we will be pretty much close to done. So when I did the whole blanket stitch, I'll come back and show you the finished product. Alright, we did the blanket stitch all the way around. You can see it on the heart too. So we're all done. One last thing I did do, took a little bit of the hot glue and put it on just the tips of all the little points here, just to make sure nothing kind of frayed. And now it's all ready for a gift card, money, whatever. Here we go.